Hello, you lovely, lovely people. This is Dahmer's Cool Stuff, and we're going into overtime on the Q&A. That's right, I got a couple more questions, a couple more answers, and hopefully I will enlighten you people with some great knowledge, or more than likely disturbing knowledge, because this is a sick and twisted mind. That's right, unhinged. Let's do this. First question, Mr. Dude 206. You ask three of them, you're going to get three of them, maybe five answers, so to speak. Army of Darkness or Walking Dead? I love both, not going to lie. I love me some Army of Darkness just a little bit more. This is probably one of my favorite looking DVDs that I have. Bruce Campbell vs. the Army of Darkness, the director's cut. When I got this, it's the Anchor Bay release, one of the Anchor Bay releases, but when I got it, it was the first time I'd ever actually seen the alternate ending to this movie. And the best part of this disc is how the disc looks. It looks like a bootleg disc, so to speak. It says best to you with Bruce Campbell's signature on there. Not really signed, it's just how it's printed on there. Bruce, don't call me Ash Campbell. The official bootleg edition is what they really call the disc. And even the scant, chapter selection looks like a notebook. Like a notebook ripped out. I love me Army of Darkness. You can't deny the power of Army of Darkness. Hail to the king, baby. Give me some sugar. Shop smart. Shop ass smart. Listen up, you primitive screwheads. This is my boomstick. The one-liners can go on and on and on, but what made Army of Darkness and the Evil Dead movies so great was the humor that's abound through them all. And the fact that they are generally frightening if, you're new to watching those style of movies, like a horror movie. If you've never seen a horror movie before, I will pop in Evil Dead 1, and you will crap your pants. I will pop in Evil Dead 2, you will crap your pants, laughing your ass off. I will pop in Army of Darkness, and you'll probably laugh your ass off and pee a little, because it's just generally that funny. So yes, that's the first question. My favorite Mega Man robot. It has been so long, and I'm gonna have to just do this cut and paste answer. It's got to be God, I forgot. Hold up. Sorry for the genuine weirdness of the break. I'm an idiot. Forgot the name. So obvious. Mega Man 2, Woodman, and I hope it comes out. If it doesn't, it's going to be a weird cut because the sound just doesn't come out right. But you can't deny what I'm about to let you hear a little bit. The music alone is awesome. But this is the Mega Man 2 speedrun with Bit Brigade playing the soundtrack. I think this was MagFest 10. Yeah, this was MagFest 10. So let's just see if we can hear it a little bit. Anywho, yeah, Mega Man 2, Woodman. Not so much for the boss, for the badass music. So, we'll just like that, because that's actually a really badass video. Mega Man 2, Woodman, and only because of the music. You finally asked if I could choose superhuman strength or the ability to hold my breath. Strength. I mean, I would be like powerhouse in houses and stuff like that. I would just be like, hey, let me lift your house up, fix your stuff real quick, Or, hey, let me get this car for you, Superhuman strength, just, it's boss. It's badass. I could do strongman competitions and win 50 years in a row. Make money that way. So yeah, superhuman strength, definitely. Thank you for the questions, by the way, Mr. Dude 206, because it is awesome. Next, Weekend Game Guy asked, what is my holy grail? And it doesn't have to necessarily be gaming, and it's not. It's a few things. It's buried right now. I won't be able to get it, and I'd actually have to take out the entire closet and just to find this one thing. But I've had the Crow graphic novel that I got when I was 14, if, 13 maybe even, 13, 14, maybe even 15. So we're talking almost 20 years old, that book is, and I still have it. Yeah, the front cover's a little tore, but I still have that. And that's my holy grail, because even, the movie came out and I loved it, and then I discovered that it was an actual comic book. Or, vice versa. It was one of those two. But when I discovered the comic book, my life changed. And more specifically, my life changed a little bit later because I discovered this band called Joy Division. And they had a short career. They became New Order, and New Order wrote Blue Monday when Ian Curtis unfortunately killed himself. But these guys made some of the most hauntingly beautiful music that I've ever heard. And they started as a punk band, and they went to, like a totally different route after that. They're somewhat considered goth as well, and the four founders of that style of music, not necessarily the entire genre, but these were the guys that were writing really crazy lyrics, and Ian Curtis was going through a lot in his brain, obviously, but a lot of the songs are based on his life, like She's Lost Control, just clinging to the nearest passerby again, she's lost control again. It's about him having seizures, and it's just hauntingly beautiful. And that, and the Crow graphic novel that I've had for over 15, almost 20 years now. Those are my little the holy grail, so to speak. And mainly, I have a lot more. A lot more experiences are my holy grails as well. Being able to see Life of Agony the last two times they played Starland Ballroom before Mina Caputo went through her change, that was awesome. Those are two memories that I'm always going to cherish because, that band got me through a lot when I was a kid too. The 4 times I saw Metallica, seeing Weird Al, even just going to comedy clubs and seeing Gabriel Iglesias, that was awesome. Those I cherish memories more so than possessions for the most part. Not saying I don't have a holy grail here or two. I mean, I have Ogre Battle 64, but I only have the cart. But I've got some like holy grails, so to speak, in my place. But I cherish more like the graphic novel The Crow and the 2 Joy Division CDs that I have. I've listened to all their stuff. My man Danny, he's the guy who donated a lot of stuff to me. He asked me one simple question, which is going to take forever. Thank you, by the way, Weekend Game Guy. Who are my inspirations when it comes to making videos? It runs the gamut. I am a huge Angry Video Game Nerd fan. Huge Angry Video Game Nerd fan. I'm also, I used to be heavily an Angry Joe. And Angry Joe is still good. I just don't follow him as much anymore, and it's no knock on him. It's just, I can only watch so many things. I adore Spoonie still. The Spoonie Experiment. He is more of an inspiration to my channel than anybody else. Film Riot, another YouTube channel, they kind of put the little suggestion into my head that I am able to do these videos. I just have to put my mind to it and think outside the box if I don't have the equipment to do stuff like that. Then, there's inspiration like Amanda Hagen. I absolutely love her show in general. It's just a stylized, it's just a style. The humor is great too, but the style is just banging. It's like You nailed it. And I got introduced to her through when Spoonie, he did a cameo with Apocalypse review. And then ever since then, I was totally digging it. Then Game Chasers and Retro Hunters, obviously, they inspired me too. They definitely do, not going to lie. I kind of ripped off both of their formats, so to speak, in Vintage Gamers US. Shut up, leave me alone. But yeah, reviews. The review side, I would narrow it down to Spoonie, Angry Video Game Nerd, and Diamanda Hagen. Overall, the game chasing side, that's more Film Riot and the Retro Hunters and Game Chasers. So all shows I totally adore. I totally can't wait for tomorrow. This was filmed 3/25. Tomorrow when I'm at work, the new Game Chasers episode comes out. I want it to happen now. I want it to happen now. So those are my inspirations for my channel. There's a bunch of other inspirations too, but that question could literally go on forever. Street Fighter move. Let me see who that is. I'm gonna take a little break and friggin' GameStop and their shit-tastic emails. Trade in your 50 games and get $5, and we'll give you 10 extra bucks in credit so we can rip you off some more. I can't really say that. I used to work for the company for 5 years. But they're going downhill, and they've been downhill for a while, and it's kind of sad when you think about it. Razorfist did a great review. If you look back on his Why GameStop Sucks, it's one of his rants. But he drops so much sciences on you, and a lot of that shit he says is true, because I seen it myself. Because he was talking about the Wii launch and whatnot. Yeah, that happened. We were told not to sell product and whatnot, and one ambitious store manager in our district decided to sell all of his Wiis, and it was a promised sale that we would have these for Black Friday. So every store in the district had to give him 1 or 2 Wiis. It's a dick move right there. Just saying. You know who you are. So, More Games J. Jason Moore. Beast! I hope I did it good. You asked a few questions, and I'm going to flip the camera just so you know I'm not looking at the monitor for this question in any way, shape, or form. Your first one. You can see the future, and you have two choices. You can stay as a man, but scrap through life and waste it in later years. No friends, evicted, and homeless for a few years. Have a real hard go at it. Or you can have a sex change, become a woman, but then you hit the jackpot. You become rich and famous, and most importantly, happy. What do you do? I'm going to steal a Married with Children reference here. I'm becoming a woman because I'll have all this money and I can just get my penis back. I might just stay as a ladyboy, though. I can't waste my life, and I try every day not to. So knowing that I would just be waking up every day doing the same thing, probably having the Nine Inch Nails song every day is exactly the same, would be going through my head all the time. Whereas with a woman, woohoo, party! Besides, boobs. I like boobs. Big boobs. I like boobs. I like thighs. Wow, that went really disturbing really fast. So we're going to flash to your second question. And this is the one that I'm going to flip the camera for. NL Gamers Podcast. This is not... That's just the questions. That's just the questions. You asked a question. Can I name 10 cities or towns in England without using Google? I'm going to give it my best. And I'm going to try to keep the easy ones out. Fuck, I'm done. No, I'm kidding. Brighton, Yorkshire, Shropshire. Learned that one from Gumball 3000 and Jackass. York, Eddington, England, I wanted to keep that one out. No, that's England, yeah. No, we're not doing that one. I'm still there. Paris? No, that's France. Uh, shit. uh, no. Apparently I cannot. If at the end of this I come up with more, I'll try. But I think I got 6, but it's probably closer to 3. So, yeah, I can't. I hope that answer was entertaining and not insulting in any way, shape, or form, guys. I wasn't trying to be. I'm just really that stupid. Okay, so last but certainly not least at this moment in time, until I check my Facebook to see if any of other of my lovely friends gave me questions to answer. My man Greg, here's my gaming-related question for you. Is there a game you thought would turn out terrible or horrible, but actually turned out to be a pretty good game? And now we're back with these special messages from me. Greg, you asked, was there a game that I thought was terrible, but was actually really good? The first one that came to my mind was Darkstone on the PlayStation 1. I'm a huge Diablo fan. I was a huge Diablo 1 and Diablo 2 fan. Diablo 3. But in that time, after discovering Diablo 1 and, blasting through both games, there was a real big lull. And this is one of the few games that actually came out for the PlayStation 1 that was a hack and slash, to my knowledge. I don't have an extensive PS1 collection by any stretch of the imagination, but it's kind of funny because this was a budget title and it came out after the PlayStation 1's life cycle had died. And around that time, they started releasing the $5 and $10 PlayStation 1 games. So I got this game brand new for like $10. And today it has not aged well at all. But back then, this was my slow jam for a couple of months. And just getting lost and hacking and slashing and looting and rinsing and repeating and doing the whole shebang shaboom. This game did it really good. Really good. I mean, yes, there's Diablo 1, but that is a game I have not yet played and I'm still hunting for. Yeah, I wasn't expecting high hopes, and I actually got something pleasantly good out of it. So that is part 3, overtime mode, of my questions and answers. Why did I do 3 videos and ask for more questions? Because I like them. So this was me answering your questions and hopefully giving you some great answers, I hope. If you liked it, comment, like, and subscribe. And this is Dahmer's Cool Stuff. And as always, do good gaming. Boom! Love being right. Except for that last question. Sorry, Jay.